I vacationed in Ireland for 2 weeks. These are days 15 and 16, the end of hot Gael summer. I woke up in Cork with the worst hangover I have ever had in my entire life, and I just can't put my finger on why that would be the case. But Nathan was a little angel, and he brought me coffee and breakfast in bed. He got me a jambon, and oh my god, I need to figure out how to make these little pockets of goodness at home. We needed to pack up and drive to Dublin because our flight home was the next day, and on our way, we stopped at this magical spa that had 10 different restaurants inside of it, so I can eat at what I thought was an Irish Chipotle, but it turns out Zambro is an Australian chain. Took one bite of that, and I just knew that an Irish food chain wouldn't do me that dirty. One of their salsas is literally just onions and cilantro mixed together. And although this part of the day felt very administrative, like end of vacation, things that needed to get done, we still had a lot of fun driving up and singing together. We made a detour to Bray so we could have dinner at the Harbour Bar, which I read was one of the best bars in Ireland, but I went because my friend is from Bray and I wanted to see what it was like. We checked in at the Dillon in Dublin, which is such a fancy hotel. Nathan had the brilliant idea to book a really nice hotel the day before we went home so we can relax, and he is such a genius for that. After this, we went to drop off the rental car. I guess I didn't get footage, but it turns out that we drove 1,700 kilometers around Ireland, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. What a memorable and special time this whole trip was. Got back to the hotel, so at 8 p.m. I could finally try and wash the gross hangover feeling off of me, and the water pressure at the Dillon did the trick.
I am pure again.
We went out for a final night on the town in Dublin and stopped at Searson's for a quick pint. But when we finished, our waitress, who had already given us the bill and said that they were done with table service, came back to us and was like, hey guys, do you want to buy one, get one free margarita? And I did think to myself that it was weird that a busy pub is running a promotion like this on a Friday night, but I was like, what the heck? Yeah, let's get to. When we got the bill, you guys will not believe it. It turned out that it was buy one, get one free, but one margarita was 20 euros. We felt so tricked. It was such an odd experience, but I wasn't gonna let that ruin my night. So we left and went to Toner's, which I thought was a much better vibe. Although I did find what I thought was a pretty good quality vape. I definitely don't partake in vaping, but I kept it next to my stuff in case the owner came back to look for it. And Caitlin watched someone steal it from me. Absolute cream. I don't know, man. Dublin was rowdy that night, and Nathan and I weren't ready to say goodbye to Caitlin, so we stayed out for as long as we could. The next day, Caitlin left early to catch her flight, and we had breakfast at the Dillon. That shit was so fancy. Then we packed up and checked out, but left our bags so we can walk around Dublin a bit more. Seeing the city for a second time is crazy because it looks so different from when I saw it the first time. Even the scale feels different. For lunch, we stopped at Square Dish. They have Detroit-style pizzas, and it was pretty good, but kind of small for the price, so our big backs went to Bambino's one last time. And listen, I'm from San Francisco. I've been to Detroit, I've been to New York, but I'm not the authority on food from there, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I think Bambino's hits the mark for New York-style pizza. They do a great job, and Square Dish is close, but just not as hearty or greasy as I would like it to be for Detroit style. Plus, pro tip, Bambino's has a slice shop, so you don't have to wait in line at their original location. Thank you so much to everyone who followed along on my vacation. I had the time of my life in Ireland. I can't believe how much happened. I just loved every minute of it. There seems to be adventure around every corner of Ireland if you're looking for it. And I feel like I'm a very spirited person, and everyone that I met in Ireland just seemed to match that energy. I can't get enough. People here are so passionate and genuine, down to earth, love to have a good time, always look out for each other. And sharing my experiences with you all through my videos has created a whole new layer of special and magical. But I made it back to Amsterdam. Thank you for being here for the end of my hot Gael summer.